Hi everyone, it's Dave here, and today I'm going to do a video showing you some stuff that I got for my birthday recently. I've got a few bits to show you, so I'm going to get straight into it. The first thing I got, and I actually found this on a website called MOTU.com, which my good friend Lee actually works for them, packing stuff. Here's Lee on YouTube, if you want to check him out. I'll try and put a link down below to his channel as well. He's a good guy. So the first thing I got, and yeah, they had a sale on some things, so I got this really awesome Masterverse Battle Cat. Battle Cat's probably my favourite thing from Masters of the Universe, my favourite character. Really awesome, and this thing, yeah, it's massive. It's bigger than I expected. I knew it would be fairly big, but I was probably thinking maybe 80% of the size, and when you put a figure on it, the feet would touch the ground or something like that. But no, it's really big, and looks really good. Lots of nice details on it, some good paint work, nice texture for the fur, lovely mask, looks fantastic. Yeah, just really good all round. And of course you can take the mask off, and there you've got Cringer underneath. That looks cool. So yeah, really pleased to get him. Really awesome action figure. And then to go with him, I also got this guy. This is Savage He-Man, it says on the box. But to me, he is the Jungle He-Man, like He-Man was originally featured in the pack-in mini comics that came with the original toys. He's a good kind of taking that inspiration, and comes with the spear and everything, and he looks really cool. And of course you can pop him on to have a ride on Battle Cat, and I think they look absolutely awesome together. This Savage He-Man did come with Orko in the same box. This Orko is a very basic toy really. He doesn't have much movement. The head wobbles around. It's very loose actually, but I think you just need to shove it forward and just have the eyes visible, because if you pull it back it doesn't look great. Yeah, and he doesn't really have any other movement of note. But he does have a nice stand, so he's a nice little display piece. But the feature attraction for me, of course, is this He-Man. He looks absolutely fantastic. He did come with some other accessories. An axe, which is nicely moulded but looks a bit flat grey really. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit of paint on that or something. But that's okay. Comes with the power sword as well, which does have some silver on it, and it's nice and reflective, so that's looking good. And a couple of spare hands, so you can have a closed hand on either side or an open hand on either side, so you've got those options. For me, having him holding the spear like this is the best option. I think that's a fantastic looking spear, and I do like having him like that and riding Battle Cat. That's really cool. And then those were from Makio Toys, and then I went out the day before my birthday with some friends. We went over to a place called Nerd Base, which is a fantastic shop in a place called Battles Bridge, on like a estate that's full of antique shops, and then it's got this wonderful nerdy shop over 2 floors, and just stuffed with a mix of vintage and modern toys from a variety of different franchises and things. So yeah, it was really cool. I went out with my friend Gav, and he drove us over, and we met Lee, who's known as Spider Father on Twitter, and a guy called Stephen, who I previously met at TF UK Con, and we met up and we had a good look around the shop, and then we went for a pub lunch, and it was a really good day out. Really enjoyed it, so thanks for those guys for coming and being a part of that. Definitely want to do something like that again in the future, and hopefully get some more guys involved as well, because it was really cool. So whilst we were there, I did pick up a couple of things. I could have bought loads really, but you always have to be a bit selective and a bit careful. I do have limited funds and limited space for my toy collection, but I did get a couple of awesome things whilst I was there. The first of which was this. Bruiser, the Berserker Baboon from Bucky O'Hare. This is the Boss Fight Studios version, and it's just really, really awesome. Surprisingly heavy, really feels hefty in hand, and solid toy. Yeah, looks really cool. Lots of great details on him. Nice paint on him. Yeah, nice articulation all over, and all feels nice and solid, really. Yeah, just a fantastic toy. Bucky O'Hare, probably my favourite cartoon from when I was a child. Used to love watching Bucky O'Hare. So getting this, just finding this on a shelf and just going, oh, I'm going to have to get that now. Really, really good. He did also come with a few accessories, as well as his gun, which I've got him holding, which does look really nice. He comes with an alternate open-mouthed face when he goes into a berserker rage, 2 alternate hands, and a banana, which is brilliant. And then he has lovely packaging. I was tempted to leave him in the box, but in the end I just had to get him out and have a mess around. But the packaging is lovely. That's the front. On the side, pretty sure this is the original artwork that was on the boxes for the original toy, and he's got a bio down there as well. On the back you've got a little cartoon, comic strip, sorry, and a list of all the other figures that are available, and a nice bit of artwork there. So yeah, just really good. I may end up putting him back in the box and popping that up on a shelf, because that is really well packaged, as I say. The other thing I got whilst I was out at Nerd Base was this guy, an actual Transformer for once. Transformer's still the biggest part of my display, still my main collecting focus, but where I haven't been getting so much of them recently, I have been able to diversify and get a few other things, which is nice. This is Energon Towline, and he's really, really lovely. This van mode I really do like a lot. He looks fantastic. Loving the gold rims there and the stripe down the side and the red windows. And it's nice and hefty and chunky again. Yeah, he's Unicorn Trilogy toys are always fantastic in my experience. I've picked up a few now and they've all been good. And he actually did come in package, but of course I had to get him out and mess around with him. And nicely packaged there. It is nice to have this package. I tried to get him out as carefully as I could and keep the packaging in reasonable condition. And so you can see on the back, he sort of splits in two and has the robot mode and then this battle platform. So it's quite a strange thing really, but I like that. It's something quirky and different. And then we've got some of the other stuff that's available, or was available, that you could now try and hunt down second hand. And it also came with this little pack-in comic, which has, again, in the front, some of the other toys that were available in the line. And then goes into a little comic strip. It looks very thick. The comic strip's actually only a few pages, but it has it repeated in numerous languages. And that's a nice cover. So that's always a little bonus to get something like that. And then the other thing I got that I did see at Nerd Base, and my friend Gav actually paid for this and gave this to me as a birthday present, and it's really cool and silly. It's this little Ninja Turtles Mikey T-Sprint, and he has a little kind of very plasticky vehicle that's just open and stuff, party wagon, and a gimmick where you can spin the wheel underneath him and his arms and legs move and it will propel him forward whether he's inside or outside of his vehicle. Yeah, just a silly little thing that caught my eye, and thank you again Gav for getting that for me. I think I'm probably just going to keep this one in its packaging because it does look nice, and it's just a fun silly little thing to have on a shelf. I really appreciate that. And then in terms of non-toy stuff, there is one thing that I do want to mention that I got for my birthday, which is this. This is a collected edition volume 1 of The Leopard from Lime Street, a comic strip that caught my attention really because Simon Furman of Transformers fame has done this character in updates. First of all, in a graphic novel he did called The Vigilant, alongside other classic British superheroes, and then also in the pages of children's comic magazine called Monster Fun. He's done a new strip recently for the Leopard from Lime Street, updating him a bit, and that was lots of fun. My daughter has been reading the Monster Fun comic strips, so I got to read that strip as well. And yeah, and this is was originally featured in Buster Comics from 1976 to 1985, I believe, written by Tom Tully and drawn by Mike Weston and Eric Bradbury, and has just lovely black and white artwork and really fun stories. I have been reading this, I'm about halfway through. So if you're interested in a classic British comic book hero, I can recommend that. It has been a lot of fun to read through that, and looking forward to finishing that off. And there are a couple more volumes for me to have a look at too. Right guys, that has been my birthday haul. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll be along again for another video in the future. Take care guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye now.